He's a lot taller than me.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Every time Melissa asks me to share my story, I'm honored to do so. It's a story. It's really a story that means a lot to me. And I didn't know how much it meant to the YMCA until I'm not even sure how I became a board member. Melissa asked me one day, and of course, I don't even think she asked me, she just said, "You are." And then I had an opportunity to share my story, and it all came together. I grew up in Albany, New York, grew up to a single mom who was very young when she had me, 15, so you can imagine the life I've had to live. No father, single mom, 15, had 3 jobs. I wasn't well supervised, although that I had grandparents, but they were very old school, from Germany. So I really didn't have a lot of people to help me raise myself or help raise me. But I looked to other places, other people, mentors, things like that. And that's really where the YMCA came into play. I first went to the YMCA in Washington Ave in Albany, which is no longer there, and it breaks my heart to hear that, although it has moved. But that was a really special place to me because that's where I got started with my basketball career. But I used to go there, and I had no money to join the Y, and they always let me in, whether it was the back door, the side door, the front door. Dave Brown, who vaguely remembers me, but I remember him, used to let me in all the time and help me with my basketball game. So it was a real place, it was a place that I had to go to when my mother was not available there for me, and I met some great mentors there who mentored me with basketball. Days that I wanted to go swimming, I'd be able to play basketball inside the pool. It was just a great experience, and I met a lot of great people. And again, that's where I started my basketball career, which led me to play high school basketball, which led me to go to college. And after college, it helped me with a career in professional basketball over in Iceland. And whatever you heard about Iceland as not being cold, it's very cold. I know in high school they used to tell you Iceland was the green place and Greenland was the cold place. Well, Iceland is very, very cold during the winter. But not only the YMCA is just not a place to play basketball, go swimming, or fitness. They have a tremendous amount of programs, as you're all well aware of. But the other thing that really, I think, had a very important impact on my life was the summer camp program up at Camp Chingachgook. Phenomenal. It was the greatest thing I've ever experienced, coming from the inner city, not really seeing woods. I know in Albany we had this place called Tivoli Lakes. It was well wooded, but you could walk through it in like 3 steps. So that was the only woods I've ever seen. But Camp Chingachgook was phenomenal, and it was expensive, and my mother didn't have the money. I actually went to Camp Chingachgook on a scholarship through the American Lung Association because I'm also an asthmatic. So they had a camp called Camp Super Kids, which I still to this day get made fun of when I say I went to Camp Super Kids. But that was only a week, and I loved it so much I would just beg my mother, please, Mom, Camp Chingachgook's awesome. I learned how to water ski, shoot a bow and arrow, make a lean-to, do a ropes course, sail a boat. There's so many things that I learned how to do at Camp Chingachgook. It was phenomenal. The camp counselors, I still remember to this day. Year after year I went there and I just was like, oh, where's so-and-so? I want to see him. I want to show him that I can water ski now. So after that week with Camp Super Kids was up, I would beg my mother, please, Mom, is there any way? And it was expensive. And not because they wanted to be expensive, because they have a lot of overhead in running a camp like that. But my mother would make calls to the YMCA, and every year the YMCA came through for a membership for me. And that was 2 weeks out of my life, out of the 6-week summer that I wasn't in school, that made such an important difference in my life. It taught me so many different things. The diversity, it got me out of the inner city and brought me to a place that I've never seen before. So I believe that with the YMCA and basketball, the camps, and everything it's done for me has been a big part of where I am today, along with other things. And that's not to say my mom was never there for me. She just worked very, very hard, and she was always in the scene, always promoting everything that I did, and always there for me, and going out there and asking the YMCA, please help my son. It's something that he really loves to do. So this is why you're all here, and this is why I'm always willing to tell my story and do whatever I can for Melissa, because it's so important that we keep doing these type of fundraisers and keep providing what the YMCA needs for kids like myself. I work with the Schenectady City School District, but I also run a community program called Boys Day Out. And Melissa's been so supportive with that program as well. We collaborate on many different things. It's because I know the importance of mentors, whether it's boys or girls. We also have a Girls Day Out. We're also creating a Parents Day Out to inform parents of what's really out there. So it's really a bunch of programs just collaborating together. So I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. Melissa, thank you for making me a part of this. It's so important to me. So thank you very much.